Here's how to do Lori's Twisty bind off. So first, work the first stitch that you have. Mine is a purl, so I just purled that stitch. And then into the next stitch, we're going to rotate the needle 360 degrees to create a twist in this stitch here on the right needle. So we're going to work within the loop. We've got our magic loop here. For a knit stitch, I'm going to rotate the needle away from me, and this is what it looks like. You twist the whole needle inside the loop, a whole rotation. Then you just let go of the yarn, and you'll see it created a twist around that stitch. Then you go ahead and knit the next stitch and slip the last stitch over that, just like a regular bind off. So this is like a regular bind off, except we do this fancy twisty move in the middle. So my next stitch is a purl. I'm going to bring the yarn to the front, and I'm going to rotate the whole needle toward me for a purl. So I'm doing it inside the loop. That is important, otherwise it gets really twisted up and weird. So twisting the whole needle around and back up, letting go of the yarn and picking it back up. And then I'm going to do my purl stitch and then slip the last stitch over like a regular bind off. So I'm going to keep going so you can get the hang of this a little bit. So back to a knit stitch. I'm going to rotate it all the way around, let go of the yarn because it twisted around the needle. That's normal. Do the knit stitch, pass the last stitch over, bring the yarn to the front for my purl stitch, rotate the needle all the way around, let go of the yarn, get it back and do my purl stitch and slip the last stitch over the one we just made. So doing the knit stitch again. The reason we let go of the yarn is because it twists around once when we do this. So we don't actually want that extra loop in there anywhere. So we release the yarn and continue on doing our knit stitch, pass the last stitch over it like a regular bind off, yarn to the front, and then I'm going to rotate the needle toward myself for the purl, let go of that yarn to release that extra wrap, and go ahead and purl the next stitch, and then pass that stitch over. So as you get to your last stitch, work that as normal. Mine is a knit stitch. I started with purl. And then we're gonna just pull that loop out and snip it with enough room to weave in the tail, and just go ahead and pull that through. And then we can just stitch that right into the base of the next stitch when you're going to sew in your ends. You'll see there might be some loops sticking out. Then when you go to stretch it, that all kind of calms down, and you've got this really nice contained loop pattern along the top that doesn't flare out very much, and when you block it, it is really nice and stable. I also really like this bind off because it's a little grippy. It has a nice look and a nice feel at the top of a sock.